From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
How did we get a third?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, set. Ready? Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Check three. Hey, ball 66. Rip.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing now is Brady. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Saquon Barkley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's enters. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Letting one go deep for the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
This will be taken in at the 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw Dobbs. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Dobbs is throwing. Flush to his right. That's complete into the hands of A.J. Derby. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here comes Grant on the return. There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jakeem Grant. 82 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
And now back out comes the offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Here's Dobbs to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
To throw is Dobbs. The screen pass here to Cohen. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He may try and run for this. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Dobbs. Well, this is brought in by Pryor. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Dancing to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 40, 30.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
What up?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yes.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Brady, 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. From the gun, Brady. Eluding the pressure right, and that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Brady. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Dobbs now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Dobbs. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dobbs. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
You got rid of your company, girl. Yeah. Finally.
They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got him. Rip. 55. Check.
Brady. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go for his...
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown, as his guys are in for 6. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a third down. Now Dobbs. And he finds Cook. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
To throw on third down, Dobbs. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable for Grant. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Mike, wait, set. 380. 55.
Now a play fake. Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. On the return is Cohen. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. He'll rifle this one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Wait, set. 53. Mike, 45. Bandit. No. Regular. Jackson, reload.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Marvin Harrison, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you. Hey, 66. Shadow.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th.
55. Regular.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He sets to fire deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit,
the only
we could have a great
only points has been scored is
Dawson
their defense.
on the point after. And
touchdown.
now things get a bit more interesting here in
Can
this
they get a
fourth quarter.
third? Can
So they throw the
win
pick
this
six.
ball
They'll get
game?
another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Able to get away, able to pop, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down?
They get
Sometimes it's just a great play.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for him as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Dobbs. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Joey Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on third and long. Dobbs, now a desperation throw. He's got a man, complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first down at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, that's wide, 80.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brady going to look to throw. And that's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but now it'll be third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Brady. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick 47. This one looks good as well.
Second. I mean, the defense, they scored 14 there, and they just need some points. That's all the defense needs.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
We need to throw it short, though, you know what I'm saying? That's a block. Let them go downfield first.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
So, you ready? Third eight.
Yep, I'm 2 o'clock right now. Here it comes. You got an invite?
You gotta invite Dirty.
I did not, sir. No. Yes, I did. Well, Cam Newton will not be. I'm just going to tell you. Who? My eyes are drying out. I can't see. Coach, you gotta wake up. You are dead.
Oh, I'm tired. What time is it?
So I'm tired.